There are new questions about the Chinese spy balloon that was shot down off the East Coast, including where some of the electronics have come from. Fox's Doug Luzader joins us live from Washington with more on where the U.S. House has voted to condemn China over the incident. I believe that was a unanimous vote, Doug.
Isn't often you hear about that. Good morning, Ryan. And yesterday, House members and senators as well learned a lot more about what we know so far about what China is accused of doing, and no one liked what they heard. The FBI working to gather and examine parts of the Chinese balloon that were recovered just off the coast of South Carolina. And what they are learning has confirmed the fears of many on Capitol Hill, who question defense officials about what we know and what we don't.
But the truth is, we think we know what they were going to collect. We don't know. That scares the hell out of me.
The balloon is believed to have carried sensitive antennas for monitoring communications and transmitting that information back to China. Some of the balloon's components appear to have English markings, raising questions about where they were made. But the president suggested that some of the concerns may be excessive.
It's not a major breach. I mean, look, it's a violation of international law. It's our airspace. And once it comes in our space, we can do what we want with it.
The yeas are 419, the nays are 0.
The House, though, saw it as a serious threat, voting unanimously yesterday to condemn China as the scope of that country's surveillance program became more clear.
This is a clear and present danger threat.
And many said there should have been a faster response.
At the end of the day, I think it should have been shot down over the Pacific Ocean, not the Atlantic Ocean. You don't shoot down a spy craft after it's done spying.
And China's culpability aside here, there are a lot of questions for the military here as to whether they really had enough, if they provided enough notice to potentially take this thing down when it first entered U.S. airspace, or were they really just kind of caught unaware in all of this? It's pretty incredible when you think about it that this thing was able to fly over most of the United States before it was finally shot down. Ryan.
And Doug, perhaps that is the most concerning part, right? I mean, the part that we didn't know about these other balloons, or we cannot detect what they've been doing for years, apparently.
We have a difficult time sometimes recognizing emerging threats, and this something that came up in the wake of 9/11, for instance. And are we so focused on the threat of faster aircraft and the potential for ICBMs to be fired into U.S. airspace that we're not looking out for other things as well? Did this thing simply escape notice because of its altitude and the fact it was moving so slowly?
I mean, are we prepared? That's the question that needs a lot of answers for. Doug Luzader live in Washington. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the weekend.
Thanks, Ryan.
You bet.
You too.